bear hunter Roy Roth joined Steve Sims and Cameron Haynes on Prince of Wales Island in search of those monster bears. They decided to try something totally different and put Cameron and his camera directly above the bait. And what a great idea it turned out to be.
That was as intense a bear hunt as it gets. We had this big guy lumbering around. He was laying within 30 or 40 yards of Roy and about, 15 yards from me for an hour, and we didn't know what he was going to do.
No, he was just laying up there. He came in right before the skiff left. He came in and we seen right away it was the one we wanted to take. And then he got up there and just it was no big hurry. He kind of bedded down there and just hung out. And then finally came down here to the beach and got a drink of water and headed back up, and we were able to put it together. I mean, we kind of a classical shot there over the top. I mean, it was sweet.
Yeah, we've had a goal. We've been here for a number of years, whacked some pretty good bears, and we wanted to do something different. So it was kind of cool. I went in and Roy filmed me kill one on the ground with his bow. It was a little bit different. And then we had this bait site set up and had just a, old Scarface hitting it, and we wanted to, get me up above the bait, film it straight down, and say, it just went as scripted. I was going to go, okay, I'll go over you, you draw, I'll come down, bear will be there, arrow will get in it, and I don't know, old big guy followed it.
Yeah, and he even went better than scripted. He ran after he hit him, he ran out to the beach where Cameron could follow him all the way down to the beach, and he died right there. Perfect quartering shot. He never lasted 10 seconds.
Yeah, doesn't get any better than that. We're up here southeast Alaska, home of the trophy black bear. These things are about as big as grizzlies up here, and Roy's kind of getting old hat at whacking big bear. I mean, this is, I don't know how many, close to Boone and Crockett, 7-foot black bear. It's the name of his game right here. We've had a great hunt, Steve Sims, great crew, and got 4 kills on film in about 3 days, so that's the way it goes.
Right on.
That's a good ball. Yep. You want one? Here. It's already open. Is it chewed already? No. In the snow. Moose in the snow. That would be something new. Mid-September, and we're it's like winter wonderland up here. Pretty crazy. Crazy awesome. Crazy awesome. It's just how bad you want it. Oh, what? It? Was it red vines? Yeah. I love red vines. I really want it bad then. Let's get out of this hellhole. Because if you want it, then come and get it. I was in Colorado on a deer hunt, and my wife called and said that Roy had fallen and he was hurt. And so I called his wife. I said, "What's going on?"
you know, she just said, Roy's not coming home. And, I mean, Roy was like the toughest human I've ever met and ever seen out in the mountains. I mean, hands down.
So I'm here with Roy, my buddy Roy Roth. Can you get him there? We went to high school together from the same small town there in Marcoa, Oregon. Tiny high school, and now he's...
Taught him everything he knows.
He taught me everything I know, yeah. Your legacy.
Okay, my legacy. Well, my legacy has very little to do with, it has everything to do with hunting, but very little to do with hunting. My legacy, I believe, is that God's given me talents that that to affect people for the good. For the good.
Affect people that you otherwise wouldn't have impacted.
Connect. To connect and
Impact.
To impact people that otherwise I'd have never been able to meet. You know, I believe the hunting world is my missions field. I mean, you can't just come up to a lot of people and start saying, hey, you know, this is what I believe. This is how I think maybe you should believe. They have no respect for you. You've got to gain their respect to be able to, for people to listen to you, for you to have an impact on them. And the hunting world is a hard world that way. So if you can gain their respect through your accomplishments, I believe that's the way that, I mean, that's why God gives you those talents.
We'll be in sheep country in hours, or headed to sheep country. We've got a long walk, but it's been a long time coming. Didn't think it'd ever get here, and here we are. Season opens tomorrow, so.
Because there's no feed up there. At night they'd just come down and feed. Then early morning he'd head on up. And for some reason he didn't. There's a couple spots you can camp up top, up little tiny saddles. For some reason he didn't go up after and just camp there and wait for him to come up.
Let's kill one.
Why? You want to put that underneath the tarp?
With the food.
No.
Are there any rams of all those ewes?
What's that?
Action. Well, we got a pile of sheep spread over on the hill. Two big groups of what we're guessing are using lambs. There's 40 of them, but maybe there's some rams mixed in. And then there's a ram by himself. He's not a monster, you know, probably like a half curl or something. And then a ewe and a lamb by themselves on this side. So all in all, there's about 43 sheep. It's opening day. We're just getting rolling. We're looking for a good group of big rams, but this is encouraging. I mean, we're not 400 yards out of camp. Granted, camp is way remote, but this is encouraging.
That's what we want those. That's exactly what we want those guys on rams. So.
Down there out of the way.
Yeah.
So if we can find these rams up here, it would be good.
We'll be singles and doubles and stuff.
So this is
Still drawn? Still drawn?
Shot.
Is he down?
Oh, I see the arrow coming out of him. He's dead. I left my crampons back at the main camp.
Oh, really? That's all I'm getting up to.
There's 2 arrows. Oh, don't fall. Grab him, Cam. Grab him. Oh, looks like he got him. Just have to figure out how to get him out of here.
What do you think?
Did you have much trouble getting across here?
What?
Did you have much trouble getting across here?
Yeah, that ain't good, man. He's hanging off.
Like that?
The sheep's hanging off the end, I think. Cam's trying to hold on to it.
Go over with it. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, shit. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
We're down there.
Alright. How probably go over to that point and put my crampons on.
What's that?
I'm probably gonna go over there and put my ice cleats on.
Crampons? Gosh, I cannot believe you didn't bring them.
So Cam, how do you feel?
I feel awesome. It was, how shall we say, not textbook, but he's laying here, he's dead, and I killed him with my bow, so I don't know, you know, I pride myself in my shooting, dedicate myself to it virtually every day of the year, and bow hunting is discipline that it doesn't matter, there's still variables, and I mean I just wrote about it in my last column and dialed in, and just a frustration, and I blew it, made a poor shot over on the other side of the hill. We had a heck of a track job here and got on him, and he was hurting, there's no doubt, but man, I'm excited. First ever sheep. I cannot believe I killed a sheep. I never thought sheep were ever in my future. I'm kind of a blue collar guy, and sheep are usually for the upper crust type people unless you're like Big Roy here and live in Alaska. So I never really thought sheep were ever in my cards. So, you know, first ever time I had a tag, and we got her done. I got to thank Big Roy. Without him, never would have happened.
If you could have found a little bit easier spot though, Cam.
Oh,
We're on a rock that's gonna fall off here
This
any second.
This is brutal. How far is this? I mean, right here,
There's about a 500-foot vertical,
at least.
maybe more.
And you know, I was sitting here and shot the ram the last time just from right there at about 25 yards. So I hustled down here across ice, it looks like, and got down here and we're just holding on to him. He's kicking, and I mean, if he goes over here, I don't think there's anything left of him. I probably wasn't the smartest person trying to hold a, I don't know, bucking and kicking ram like this from going over the edge, but man, he was mine and I wanted him, so I did what I had to do and held him up on here on this ledge. I was able to wedge his horn down in rock right there. I was sitting on this, I got my pack off and got this nylon rope out of it. I was able to make a little lasso and just fished it around his back leg, and I pulled it to me. I was able to pull him up here right to where he sits, but he was hanging right over this edge, and it was close. We about lost him, but he's here. We just have a I don't even know how we're getting out of this mess, but we will somehow. You have to be real careful.
This is really making me nervous.
I know. I mean, it could go.
Not held on by much.
Did we try to get him up there? Or? There's a lot of blood. This is perfect.
I think we'll be all right. I mean, if this goes, it was our time to go. I mean, while we're here with the sheep, what do you do?
I don't want to go right now, though.
I know. I want to be back at our camp
I
drinking.
want to go to Chili's.
Drinking all our water.
All the water. Well, now that we got the sheep, though, we can use all our fuel tonight and melt all the water we want.
Lots of water. Drink all our water on the way back too.
You know, once we get out of this first part, it's not bad.
No, we'll just take our time.
No.
There's a huge trail, so even if it's dark, you could just follow it.
I mean,
I can't figure out how quick those ravens follow sheep around. Things around, waiting for them to die.
think so.
Look there's one there already. I've done in the springtime.
Yeah.
We've glassed ravens up and followed them, and they're just following a bear as it's walking.
Really?
Yeah, because the bears are going to kill stuff.
Yeah. Shadow of death.
Really something.
It's really something.
Well, Phil.
Yes, sir.
Now you know why Nate and Guy aren't here.
I'm still rolling.
They were probably like,
Send
we're not
this-
going hunting with those crazy, that crazy Roy and Cameron sheep country.
I knew that's why the guide made us sign 2 waivers,
Yeah.
release waivers.
All right, we're signing out. Down that hill, all the way down to right there, up behind that, out to there, up the trail. There's the crew. It wasn't fun.
That was a grind coming up out of that hole right there, but oh man, feels like right now we are sitting on top of the world. Got my ram, everything up here. Roy's, he's almost to the top right there. Man, just can't even, I can't even put into words what this feels like sitting here. Like I said, I never thought I'd ever hunt sheep, and this has just been a special hunt. And today's my birthday,
So I just, you know, it's just amazing. I really feel grateful to be here. And it's cold and it's gonna freeze hard tonight and everything else. There's nothing easy about this trip, but that's what makes the memories. So keep hunting hard. You too can experience this.
Shaking a little. It's cold. My hands are like, I can't even feel them right now. I gotta put one in my pocket and then film the sunset with the other one. That's a damn nice view right there. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, here we go. You know, having these crampons here was huge with this pole, really icy, steep. It's like snow and ice covered rocks. There's no way without crampons we could have made it. Just kind of some tools of the trade. You know, for sheep hunting, you got to have crampons, you got to have gaiters, and thank goodness we did, because it was tough as it was, but without these it would have been near impossible.
See all our junk?
You brushing your teeth?
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
I'm here with Roy Roth, who is guiding me on this hunt, and you know, Roy's had amazing success with recurve, compound, just bow and arrow in general on Dall sheep. How do you do it?
Well, you know, I wish there was one thing that I could come up with to say, hey, now this, or one like a you know, menu. Okay, do this, 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 and this, and you can get you'll find success. But you know, just about like with any of our other hunting, you know, I'm trying to find pockets where other people are not going to be. I'm going to try to find the word. This particular season is the last season of the year. There's been rifle hunters, there's been bow hunters, there's been just a bunch of tags in this area. So the the rams are pushed into pretty inaccessible areas, you know. So, you know, find those pockets, try to figure out how they're going to work, you know, and, you know, just go the extra mile, basically. Weather's a huge thing. I mean, I wish, you know, you can see we got snow up here now. It could turn very ugly here in just hours, and we'd have a hard time getting off the mountain, you know. So you got to be prepared for that. Cold, wet, you know, and you got to come light. We tons of elevation climb and a long way. It was a tough road getting up here. But you know, just find them rams. Find that, like you were talking earlier. Find that lone ram, and you got to exploit those opportunities, and just make it work. It's a tough hunt. You know, it's one of those things that every time I'm up here, I'm going, this is impossible. There's no way. There's no way I'm going to get a ram with this bow and arrow. And then you just kind of keep working at it, and one, you know, like, well, yours in particular, no, that we didn't even see that. We had actually busted out some other rams. It came up and bedded on that pinnacle down there. There was your opportunity. We knew we had to go fast. We went fast, made it work.
It was just the key, I think, is we were here. We were in sheep country, and when you're in sheep country, good things can happen.
Exactly. If you're not here, nothing can happen.
I think a lot of guys get intimidated in the weather. I mean, even with this tag here, they say 40% of the people who draw don't even show up.
Yep.
It's just so late and so rugged. I think they draw and then they realize, what did I get myself into? There's no way I can do it.
Well, you know, we broke out everything. We had the crampons on. We had the ice axes. You know, we had to break that trail to get to that ram. I mean, you know, a lot of people maybe not want to do that. It is dangerous. I mean, I guess that's the excitement of the sport.
Yeah. Well, what I do know, given all that, we're hauling a sheep off the mountain.
We are. And I'm proud of you. It's a tough one.
All right.
Not a lot of people do it.
Well, thanks for the opportunity. I'll probably walk a little ways and I'll just walk back. Ready?
Yep.